Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tana and I hope you guys are doing good. Today's video is a really important video, so all the girls out there, make sure you stay till the end of the video because we are gonna talk some really important tips that you need to know for this summer. Now summers are just here and I think with summers we face a lot of issues like sweating, body odor and irritation down there, which is vaginal irritation, rashes and a lot many other things. You know the issues, girls, but we don't know how to tackle them at times. Honestly, I did not know till like some time back. So today's video is regarding that only, and I'm gonna share like some hygiene tips that you can follow during summers, and it's gonna come like really handy to you because these are some things that I use in my day-to-day life and in my personal life, and I wish I knew them earlier so that मैं जल्दी से जल्दी शुरू कर देती इनको use करना. But now that I know them, I wanted to share it with you guys because you guys are my family. So family should know everything, every secret. And yeah, I hope this video comes handy to you. So without further ado, let's get into today's video, which is essential hygiene tips for summers for every girl out there. First thing that we are going to talk about is vaginal hygiene during summers. Now I know there is so much fuss about it, we don't really talk about it a lot of times, but I think it's really important to talk about it. तो मैं कुछ अपने experiences से बताती हूँ जो मैंने previously face करे in my past years, and I think based on that I can guide you. So I think first thing that we face during summers is a lot of sweating down there because we are sweating everywhere, especially the vaginal sweating, and you think that it will make you smell bad and you don't know what to do about the odor, how to take care of it. So there are 2-3 handy tips that you can actually follow. The first and the foremost tip is wearing cotton undies. Now they are always going to come handy to you, and in summers I would say don't opt for any other material other than cotton. You can go for your own size in any brand, that's preferable, but always go for like cotton undies because firstly they are irritation free. If you go for something synthetic or a thong or something, it's gonna cause you more rashes, sweetie. So always offer something cotton, and make sure it's not too tight as well. Tighter something is, the more sweaty it's gonna be, so make sure it's fit to your size, or a little loose also works during summers. So yeah, it's comfortable enough. Now coming to the smell. Now if you're facing smell down there, I know it can be a little tacky and you feel conscious about it. I have been there and I know how it feels. So I would say you can go for something like V-Wash. It's not sponsored, it's just something I use. You can offer something like this during summers. Now don't use it daily, you can use it like alternate days or the days you feel it's like really hot and you're gonna sweat a lot and you're gonna smell bad. So that's the days when you can use it. So you can use it every alternate day during summers. I use this one, it's V-Wash. You have to just apply it as a body wash but on your vagina. So that's how it works. And if you feel there's any irritation with this, you can always consult a gynecologist and she can tell you what you can use instead of this. Another hygiene tip that I'm gonna share is sweaty underarms. Oh my god, this is a problem that is so common in so many people, and even in guys. If you're a guy watching this tip is gonna come handy to you as well. I think sweaty underarms is such a big turn off. Honestly, for me, I don't like being around people who smell really bad, and I think underarms are a major cause of something which is very foul smelling, I would say. Body odor is natural, but to a certain extent you can actually reduce the odor and make it pleasant as well. So here are some tips that I use to control my body odor. So I hope this is gonna come handy to you as well. The first thing that I do, and I would suggest you, removing body hair or not removing them is a personal choice, but I always remove my body hair so that the hair don't cause more sweat. When I used to keep body hair, underarm hair especially, they used to cause even more sweat, and more sweat means more odor. So you can always remove your body hair with a razor or a shaving, whatever you prefer. I use a razor and it comes really handy. I use it every time I go for a bath, so the hair are also not thick or hard or that way, so it works fine with me. You can use any hair removal method you want. So that's the first step, removing your body hair. Again, it's a choice whether you want to remove it or you don't want to remove it. It's just removing the hair would make the place a little dry and keep it odor free till a certain extent. Now if you still have odor in that area, what you can do is you can offer something like a soft cloth or tissues. And I would say if you're traveling or if you're going somewhere, always keep some tissues handy in your purse, and you can use those tissue and just dab it. When you dab it, you will remove the excess sweat. So that also comes really handy. Apart from that, you can also use a roll-on or a deodorant, whatever works with you, so that you smell like a fragrant person and not your sweaty sweat smell. This is what I use. I have been using it for quite some time. Does it cause darkening? I don't know about darkening. It doesn't cause whitening. The only reason I use this is because it smells good. So yes, and the smell stays for like a good 12 to 14 hours. So this is what I use. I use a Nivea whitening deodorant, and it's a roll-on, so I just apply it like this and I'm good to go. The hygiene tip I can give is avoid tight clothes. I know fashion is important and wearing good fitting clothes is important, but please avoid tight clothes in summers. The more you wear tighter clothes, the more you're gonna sweat and smell bad, and the more you have difficulty to keep care of your hygiene. So opt for clothes which are loose fitted, which are cotton, linen maybe, and you're good to go that way. So next thing we're gonna talk about is related to menstrual hygiene. Now during summers, I know since you all sweat a lot, vagina also sweats a lot, like not vagina but the area near that, or uske side ka area and all that. So especially during periods, it's very important to use a good quality sanitary napkin. If you're using sanitary napkin, if you're using a tampon or a menstrual cup, make sure you change it very often. But I'm gonna give you some tips regarding sanitary napkins, because I guess, and as per my belief and even my experience, I think most of us still use sanitary napkins majorly. So I'm gonna share my experience with that. If you're using a sanitary napkin, make sure it's a good quality one and not very small or a thinner one, because it's gonna make you smell even fouler. So this is what I use. This is Whisper Ultra Clean in XL wings or XL plus wings, and I have been using this for quite some time. Now the reason I use this is because it doesn't make me smell bad, and the area is like really huge. I'm gonna open one and show you guys. So you can see it's a huge pad, and when you have something of good quality, it makes sure that the area down there is nice and you don't have a lot of rashes and itches. And way more important than using a good quality pad is changing them every 4 hours, especially during summer. You can be lazy, but don't be lazy in this aspect, because it becomes really important to change it every 4 hours. Now summers also means a lot of sweat in your hair, and oh my god, I have long hair and I always face the problem of sweaty hair. Although I have opened my hair for the video, but I always make sure in summers I make a loose braid so that my hair are tied up. I avoid making a lot of bun also, because it's gonna make your hair weak, because every time you're just tying it up and doing like this, it's very tight. So make sure you make a loose braid so that your hair are placed properly in a place and you don't feel very hot. Also if it's summers and you do workouts like I do, make sure you're washing your hair at least 3 times a week. When you're washing your hair continuously, it not only removes the excess sweat but also makes your hair healthier, because it removes the excess oil from the scalp. So that really works during summers, but make sure you don't overdo it also, because that's gonna damage the quality. So sticking to 3 times a week is enough if you're doing physical activity and if you sweat a lot. Otherwise 2 time weeks also works well. The last hygiene tip I can give during summers is actually not related to hygiene but related to general lifestyle, and that's eating like good and light food. I know we love food and being indulgent is okay, but the more you eat it, the more you're gonna feel ill during summers. So avoid eating, a lot of oily food and fried food, and stick to something which is very basic, your ghar ka khana, and a lot of fruits. You get so many great fruits during summers. So yeah, those were some hygiene tips that I follow for summer, and I hope you guys find it helpful too. If you do, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Also the bell icon so that you never miss a video from me. Until next video, bye, take care.